One step away from playing for the AFC title. This divisional round contest is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So they'll decline this and take the result. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Nix off the play action. Finds him over the middle. He's got it in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, Drew, I love that.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey! What is wrong?
Jackson looking to throw right away. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lamar throwing again. Into the hands of Walker. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Drew Sanders that time on the stop.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And again, it's Jackson. Walker hauls it in. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Hey.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Well, he shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Throw left side, caught by Andrews. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lamar now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game remains to be seen, Brock, but no doubt about it on that opening drive. He was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, Kate, I think it's twofold. Number one, this guy, you just know, you want to get that engine started because when it revs hot, big things happen for this offense. Number two, you felt like there were people there you could pick on defensively. And this defense, better find some answers for this playmaker.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Able to hit Mason, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos break the tie here in the first. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 34. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Wanna quit, ready?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Middle. Hey, report. Hey, middle. Sit up.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
On first down, Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now. Jackson yet again. Buys time, rolling right. Henry on the catch. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brandon Jones up for the stop. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out with 3rd and 4. Jackson's going to throw again. Pass complete to Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Lamar throwing again. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Alrighty. You. Sit hot.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix. Finds Mims. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Completed to Sutton. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
He finds space into the red zone. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted. To stopping the quick pass, became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Mason goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap to Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and inside.
It's a Denver touchdown! Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now.
Hey.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens are on the move here. Second and 3 now.
Hey. Alpha, sit on.
Another run for Henry. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running once more with Henry. And this not quite the big hitter we just saw. They get him at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
That's taken in by Henry. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Chuck Clark.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Jackson now on 3rd. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
It's second and goal.
Ready, shot. Hey, Ozzy, shot. Ready, shot.
Lamar off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now third and goal.
Buckle up. It's third and goal.
Get on.
He's going to keep this one. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. 1 play, 1 time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
Here we go. 4th and goal inside the 1. Lamar now from the gun. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 4. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Riley Moss with that tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Let's go. Get hot.
This is Henry on 2nd. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here.
Four.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
Hey,
3rd and
Ozzy.
1.
Ready. Ready, shot.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And that that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
No, we changed it.
First down, here's Lamar. Completed to Flowers. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Drew Sanders that time on the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this third down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hey, middle. Yeah.
Lamar back to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Nicks off the play action. That one's complete, right side. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they went with on third down. It's Nicks out of the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense.
On one, ready?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready, sit on. Ready. Ready, shot. Sit on.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Henry. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Drew Sanders that time on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
13. Cut.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Andrews. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Henry running to the left. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Hey, middle.
They'll run here following the penalty. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. A pickup of just a yard on 1st and 20. Still 19 to go as it brings up 2nd down. Now it's Lamar. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. That's P.J. Locke. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Point after try is good by lots. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And this one does not go far. Offense in the hurry up here. Turning to Henry on third. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Trying down the middle with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Gets this one to Andrews. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Jackson throwing here. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Catch is made in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Finds Mims. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now give left side. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete to Mims. He takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
The handoff on 3rd and short. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Working quickly here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Mims with the grab. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Nix with it on 1st. Short throw, tipped. Oh, but he still got it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Broncos down by only 3. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Nix from the gun. Completed to Sutton. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game. But boy, Brock, what a shot.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Hey, Ozzy. 13. Sit up.
Going with King Henry here. And he's brought down for a loss. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his own line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
You at X. You at X. Sit down.
Here's Henry running left. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home.